Hello, everyone, and welcome to the exceltoexcellence.com podcast. This is a series in 2022, a new series that we're going to bring you these podcasts to offer encouragement and enlightenment on different things that are happening in this world. The key purpose of this podcast is to introduce you to I Matter, the 11 Keys of Excellence, inspirational and motivational journals that I have written. And the key thing with that is to offer and share positive information and encouraging overall health, physical, mental, financial, and just overall health. You know, there's so much going on in this world. There's a lot of noise and different things like that. And we have a tendency to get distracted. So through these interactive, motivational, or inspirational journal guides, it can help you change your way of thinking and just get focused on some things that we believe are really encouraging, because as you think, so shall you go. And so we have to really think through some things that will really help us. So on this particular podcast, we're going to highlight point number 4, which is called realistic thinking. And we're so glad that you tuned into us today. And we just say thank you for your support last year as we did our Facebook launch covers, our Facebook Live events, and thank you for the encouragement that you have given us in terms of, what does that look like? How does this interactive journal help you as individuals? And there's been so many that's been bought, but also given to their children and grandchildren. And so that's been really encouraging. So the key thing is we want to stay positive. We want to stay encouraging and enlightening in this environment that we're living in today. We just want to be a positive support for you. So we thank you for this, and we will be right back. I Matter, 11 Keys to Excellence, the inspirational journal guide to excellence and success. Use this journal as a guide to transform your life and as a gift to help you and others unleash the power of your thinking, your talents, and the dreams you have within. Be excited, encouraged, and accountable. Do not be a hindrance to your own success. Write it down. Act on it. Mary Kay Ash, owner of Mary Kay Cosmetics, says, many people limit themselves by what they think. Do not limit yourself. Well, hello and welcome back. I'm your host, Excel Lafayette, and welcome to the exceltoexcellence.com podcast. And we want to talk about the inspirational and motivational journal guides that we've produced. Here's the first edition, the hardcover, the I Matter 11 Keys to Excellence, the inspirational journal guide. And here's the second edition, the I Matter, the motivational 11 Keys to Excellence, the motivational guide. And these are hardback, and they can be ordered on exceltoexcellence.com. But also the paperbacks can be ordered on exceltoexcellence.com as well as Amazon.com and other retailers, online retailers. But I want you to know on the paperbacks, they are in English and in Spanish. English and Spanish. So you can find those on whatever outlet that you shop out there. And just remember, we want you to think about our Facebook page, our authors page, the Excel Lafayette authors page, our Twitter page, and all the multimedia channels on the YouTube channel. We want you to subscribe and like to those, because we really want to offer content that is meaningful to everyone. There's a lot of noise out there, but we hope that what we have to offer you is an interactive journal guide to help you think, work through some of the frustrations, or pull out some of those ideas and dreams that just been bottled up inside of you forever. So we just want to thank you for your support and following us on our social media platform. But also, these are times we have to take action on some of those things that just been bottled up inside of us. So we just want to thank you. And when we'll be right back after this break, and we're going to talk about some things that will help lead us into our point 4, realistic thinking. Unleashing your potential. Most people are about 12 inches from unleashing their true potential. When we look at our minds and what we feed our minds, it lets us know we have the power to unleash positive potential. Stretch yourselves, and that may seem uncomfortable. We must stretch and work through those challenges to be the best. Don't let the fear of failure keep you from unleashing your potential. Use that energy as a motivator for success and excellence. And welcome back, everyone, to the exceltoexcellence.com podcast. I'm your host, Excel Lafayette Jr. So as we explore in this segment, key number 4, realistic thinking. And by its definition, realistic thinking permits adjustments of thought and behavior to the demand of the situation. It permits adjustments in thought to the demand of the situation, which means you can change, but we have to be real about what we need to do in the situation. So what's it really mean to you as an individual? Legendary philanthropist and automaker Henry Ford says in one of his quotes, whether you think you can, whether you think you can't, you're both right. Think about it. Whether you think you can, whether you think you can't, you're both right. So what are you going to do? Realistically, what do you realistically think you want to do? So perhaps it means being more honest with yourself and the choices that we made over our lives. It's okay. We've made choices. We have to forgive ourselves and move forward. Even if other people don't forgive you, you have to forgive yourself. Don't fool around with doubt and pity. Forgive yourself and move forward on what those things is that you have goals and set for your life. And having to evaluate, having a plan of your thoughts and your goals. Goals that can be, deemed as many different things, but determine what you're going to do or have some structure or a plan. So one of the best acronyms that we talk about is what they call SMART goals. SMART goals, S-M-A-R-T, goals. S means specific. What is it that you want to achieve? Being specific on what it is, you have to call it out specifically. M is measurable. How will you know when you get there? Or how can you track it? How will you know when you get there? That's a measurable. A equals attainable or achievable. Is it generally possible to achieve what it is that you really want to? So here's a prime example. I want to ride my bike to the moon. That's really not achievable, but I want to ride my bike downtown. That may be achievable, no matter if it's a couple of blocks or a few miles. That is achievable, but going to the moon, that's not achievable or attainable. R is realistic or relevant. Can you realistically achieve what it is that you set out to do? So you have to really do some soul searching and determine, is it relevant for what I have in my life, or is it realistic, or is it too far-fetched? You have to do a reassessment on that. And T, the last letter, is timely. When do you want to achieve it? What's the timetable on that? Is it a year, 6 months? Is it 10 years, 5 years? Whatever it is, you put a timeline to that. That's SMART goals. Specific, measurable, attainable or achievable, realistic or relevant, and timely. As we wrap up this program, there's a lot of distractions out there. There's so many distractions, and they can deter us from making our mark on what it is that we want to do. And we have to determine, be specific on what it is that we want to do. If we want to lose weight, if we want to be more educated, if we want to get in shape, we have to be specific on how much weight we want to lose, or what kind of shape we want to get in, or what kind of house or whatever it is that we want to buy or trade in stocks we already want to save. All those things we have to kind of put a plan. That's basically putting a plan together to help you achieve your goals. So whether the goals are in business, in ministry, or in your finances, in your health, in your family, or whatever it is, you just have to put a plan together to be able to map out that issue or that goal that you want to achieve. And there's so many fields of human endeavor that people operate in. And now there's so many fields now that people are doing things that we've never thought about doing 10, 20, 30, 40 years ago. And those goals are achievable. And remember, your purpose can be the solution to, or the platform to help other people to achieve their dreams and goals. Again, we are put here on this earth to not just exist or breathe all the air out. We are here to accomplish something. And with that, sometimes it's kind of tough for us to figure out what it is that we're here to achieve. But just know that you are not here just to exist, whether it's large or small. And the key thing is we can't compare ourselves with somebody else. We can use what we see with somebody else as a motivator to help you achieve what it is that you want to achieve. But do not compare yourself with what somebody else is doing, because you don't know their walk. They don't know your walk. And so with that, it's being honest with yourself and put a plan together and be able to go with that. We have to be realistic in our thoughts and processes. A lot of us, we're just living, we're existing. I'm talking to myself as well. There are times where I just feel like I'm existing. And there are times that I'm really on the ball and I'm doing things that I've always wanted to do. But again, procrastination sometimes get into us. We all human. Things happen. Even the most successful person you've ever seen have down times where they don't feel like getting up. They don't feel like doing this. They don't feel like doing that. They're not 100% all the time. So whenever you see the outer, you don't know what really drove them to do what it is that they've achieved. So I want to encourage us. When we don't make it through the day, or we have a down day, it's not the end of the world. Sit back and punt, or just regroup, take the day off and figure out, okay, and even if we get knocked off course, the key thing is not to quit. You don't have to always start over, just pick up where you left off. Make some adjustments and pick up where you left off. So when we come back, we'll wrap up and we'll talk about some things that hopefully we'll have some materials that will help you achieve your goal. We'll be right back.
These guidebooks probe your thoughts and act as a journal. There is no one correct path. Everyone is unique and must follow their own specific direction. These journals will help you create and visualize your journey with journaling and prompts that encourage practical reflection for the purpose of achieving excellence.
And welcome back to the exceltoexcellence.com podcast. I'm your host, Excel Lafayette Jr. As we were talking about in these segments, key number 4, realistic thinking and putting together SMART goals. We have to have a plan and figure out what it is that we want to do. So the key purpose with all this is with my inspirational and motivational journal guides, the I Matter 11 Keys to Excellence and Success. And the focus on that is how we change our thinking. Changing our thinking. We hope that you do not don't let your past hinder your current success. Focusing on the past, you can't do anything about it. You have to focus on the future. We have to motivate ourselves for the future. The future is now. Really, think about it. The future is now. We can't do anything about the past. So we hope these journal guides encourage you to change your thinking, to put action plans together, and to do some of your best, live your best life. I know a lot of people think that's a cliche, but we have to live our best lives. As we look around, we see the environment that we're in, and we know that we have to operate with a sense of urgency to whatever it is that we're here on this earth to achieve. We have to operate with a sense of urgency. So again, don't settle for just existing here on earth. Don't settle for just existing. You have a purpose for being here. You may not know what it is, but the key thing is, as long as you're searching and you're moving and you're acting on whatever it is you think it is, and hopefully whatever it is, it will benefit everyone. Because the key thing is, we should be solution-driven people. And this podcast is hopefully a solution. I use the word hopefully, is to encourage others to get off the couch and do those things that's going to encourage them to do and live their best life. We want to thank you for participating in this episode, and we look forward to getting better and sharing more information and being excited about what we're here on this earth to do. So we want to thank you for participating in this exceltoexcellence.com podcast. We look forward to you and seeing you in future episodes. Have a good evening.
I Matter, 11 Keys to Excellence. The I Matter 11 Keys to Excellence, Journal Guides to Excellence and Success, challenges you to change your thinking by creating a mindset. Your choice of the inspirational or the motivational journal guides in English and Spanish. First and second editions are in paperback. Hardcover journals are available in English only. Get your copy of the life-changing journal guides by author, motivational speaker, and life coach Excel Lafayette Jr., sharing positive messages of encouragement for your overall health with the goal to excite you to follow your dreams and aspirations.